Greetings and welcome back to Ankh Plays. We're continuing our story here in the hamlet of Anvilseal for our 12th episode. And I hope that we get some exciting things happening this episode. That's what I'm hoping for. So we've been just advancing time just a little tiny bit to give the dwarves of Anvilseal a chance to catch up from all of the work that we accomplished last time. And you'll notice that we do have this gigantic stockpile that still needs to be managed and handled in some way. There's an enormous amount of drinks. I can see stone blocks and bars that are going in here, and we have places for those bars to be stocked now in the form of a quantum stockpile right here. This is going to be a really important spot in the fortress. But pretty much all of last episode was focused on creating this thing that you see before you, which is our smelting and metalsmithing areas. And we'd like to start on steel production, but we don't really have the right ingredients to do that. We can, of course, make iron, but we can't make pig iron. Because we don't have any flux, we don't have flux that we've found. When I started the embark for this fort, I didn't actually look to see if this fort included flux. So not only are we going to be missing wood, and this is a no wood challenge, but we might have inadvertently selected an additional part of this challenge, which is to not have any flux, which is going to make it difficult at best to make steel. Now, hopefully we can trade for some, but that's going to be dependent upon the caravans bringing it to us and getting upgraded from little caravans to actual trade wagons. So we'll see how that goes. So yes, we did a couple of other things aside from build this giant facility here, including the lava channel that kind of got completed in the previous episode. We set up all of our smelting jobs for this, and it seems like things are running pretty smoothly. There's dwarves, lots of dwarves that are working in here on various different tasks. Right now, they haven't checked to see, so it looks like we might be finishing up a round of tasks just now. And we built some forges as well, some magma forges down here with plenty of space for additional forges once we have the anvils. We obviously don't have the anvils right now. And we did manage to complete 5 more dwarven homes that are fully appointed and ready to go. Those homes have been claimed by different dwarves who were coming along, getting ready to sleep. And it doesn't seem like a lot when you say it, but this was an incredible amount of work for the dwarves. And keeping these forges or the smelters up and running and making the bars is going to be a huge advantage for us as we move forward with some of the goals that we have for this episode. So of course we're at about 18 homes out of a total needed of 49. You can see here we need a home for every one of our dwarves, although maybe we can have a dorm section for the children to live in, and the children can always be in the dorms or with their parents. So maybe it's a few less homes than we need. Maybe we don't need all 49. I'd also like us to get a start on finishing our kitchen complex here. You'll notice that there's some pretty large holes in the floors, the walls remain incomplete, and there's probably some spots here for us to maybe set up some quantum stockpiles for our food or our raw materials that are going to go into drink production and our raw materials that are going to go into food production. So I'd like us to start looking at that as well. It seems like this area here is going to turn into our tombs. We've got several dwarves entombed here, one additional coffin that's ready, just in case. And the latest artifact, this bracelet, Otik Basin, got placed on display as well. We also, I forgot to mention, we also reduced our workload on Binmaker, Asab. He is no longer the chief medical dwarf or the broker. Those responsibilities have fallen to Obak and Stodir. But Asab is still our manager and bookkeeper. And hopefully he's doing all right. So we want to finish the kitchen complex, and I think that we would like to start beginning work on what I would call the main hall here. This is our main hall. It makes sense to have a place for food and drink that the dwarves can socialize in, and we need to expand this out. We've got plenty of materials to make some pretty nice stuff, and so I'd like for us to do that. Perhaps we can move this tanner shop out of the way. Here's our main corridor, and you notice that there's been some Alunite pedestals that have been placed out for additional stuff there to display. And I'm thinking that this area over here might end up being what I would like to call our Dwarven Bazaar, or Bazaar. And maybe the idea that I have here is to take this area and turn it into a place that's full of quantum stockpiles that have things that the dwarves are going to want to use just ready to go. So, as an example, if I go down to our workstation here, this is still raw materials. It's refined into metal bars, but it's still raw materials. And it doesn't really help us with, this isn't going to be something that a dwarf is going to want to grab and maybe wear. As another example, if I search around in the stockpile for a minute, maybe I won't find anything. But as an example, we've got plenty of things in this stockpile. Here's a good example. There's a milk quartz bracelet that somebody made. This was crafted by somebody. I don't know when. This might have been a dwarf going rogue a bit. But this bracelet should be in a place where the dwarves can walk by and say, "Ooh, I want that, and I'm going to grab it." And so this area in the fortress is my idea for that. There could be clothing there. There could be all kinds of things that the dwarves would want to use. Maybe that'll help them satisfy the need of acquire item. So while the game is paused here, I think we're going to just push off for a moment the watch list, the dwarf watch list, because that's what we would normally be doing next. And I think what we're going to do is, we got another yak calf. Let's take a look at that. Let's handle the trade that's coming up. 3 more bulls. That's unfortunate. And we've got a trade caravan that is coming in. So it seems like this is our chance to move some goods out from the trade depot, or out from our stockpiles to the trade depot. So I guess we'll kick off this episode with a trade. And instead of being selective about this, I'm just going to ask the dwarves to bring everything up. We'll make the call about what it is that we're actually going to use. Unfortunately, that should be more than enough. Oh my gosh. We really do have a lot of gems. Okay, and then let's bring some prepared meals, because those always sell very, very well. We've got all this one-humped camel stew. Do we have any biscuits, or did they eat all of the biscuits? You know, it looks like they ate all of the biscuits. Yak's milk stew? Yeah, let's take that out to the trade. And we've got plenty of raw mussel stew as well. Yeah, you know, let's do 2 of these. That'll be fine. So we'll get our mountain home updated. I have been thinking a little bit about, or the information for our mountain home, I have been thinking a little bit about exactly who might make a good noble. And perhaps we should just take a look at that. I'm kind of thinking that the honor should go to Elath. That's my first choice, but Aesop might be a better choice here. He is bad with words, which might make it difficult for us to for him to interact with people. Let's go back down to Elath and take a look. She's a little cruel, poor empathy. She might not be the best choice as well. I wonder if Seabrick would be a good leader. He seems kind of matter-of-fact. He wants excitement, learn something, be with family, martial training, and pray. He's deeply religious. Has a meager creativity, a meager ability with social relationships. Natural inclination toward music, quite poor focus and lousy intellect. He's got a huge family, so I think he's already kind of part of the nobility somewhere, perhaps in our civilization. It might, I'm leaning towards Seabrick, you know? Like, he seems to be one of the more stable dwarves, even though he has a great many children. It wouldn't be the worst thing if he was our noble. Conversely, we could take one of these peasants. Rakust is, I think, the third son of Elath. Yeah. And maybe not the best choice from his personality traits there. So, yeah. I guess it'll be a game time decision, you guys. I don't know. Like, let's see how things go. And yeah, we'll just see how things go. How bad can it be? The dwarves are just bringing up a ton of stuff. There's really still a lot of work to do in this fortress. It's insane. And we've kind of saddled ourselves with all of these forging jobs, or the not forging jobs, but the smelting jobs. We're trying to convert all of the raw metal ore into bars. Right, and that's going to give us an incredible amount of supplies that we can use to build. It's going to give us some creativity in the Great Hall here. I think that's great. Here's what we're going to do. While the dwarves are doing that, we'll set up a tanner workshop down here. Again, temporarily. Workshop. It's going to be farmers. Tanner, there we go. This should be fine. And we've got a ton of rhyolite, so we're poised to build there out of that. Sure, just orthoclase I think is fine. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go up to the trade depot. This isn't where this meeting is happening. I think, where would it be happening? Let's check in with Elath. She's going to be the one that's conducting a meeting. Okay, so they're doing it in the temple here. And then this is Feb, who is our outpost liaison to the Tapered Irons. That's our civilization. Seabrick, coincidentally, is her father. Is one of Seabrick's 6 children that doesn't reside in the fortress with us. And her aunt, she's actually having a conversation with her aunt right now, which is kind of cool. Let's take a look. The mother, Elath, meets with the outpost liaison, Feb Letmosler. I am your Let's try that again. I am your liaison from the mountain homes. Let's discuss your situation. Merit deserves reward, so here comes our next chance at creating a noble. Come to establish this colony as an official land of our realm. Can you imagine the trade wagons? Of course, there are responsibilities, and the nobility must live well. Do you have anyone suitable to recommend for elevation? And you know, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to take Seabrick. He's probably, let's see where he's at. I feel like it maybe is a little bit of a slight towards Elath since she's been here longer, but Seabrick is the elder. I don't think, yeah, I can't really. I guess I made up my mind already, so once I can find him here. Dabbles, there he is. He likes battle axes, bed, and puzzle boxes. Okay. Okay, and there's much to share, so that's done. Congratulations to Dabbles, Seabrick. And the Baron of Anvilseal has been selected. There's much to share. We're going to update our civilization information, and now we can make some trades for next year. That's great. Okay, so one of the things that I did mention earlier is we want some flux stone. And so if I can select stone, because they should be bringing it on wagons next year, which means that there's just going to be a ton more stuff. I don't know if I want stone blocks. Just want raw stone. Okay, we're looking for calcite, dolomite. Oh, yeah, okay. It's dolomite. We're looking for chalk, limestone, marble, and calcite. Marble. You hate to use marble for flux, but, you know. It is what it is. It would be sure nice to just say, give me flux stone. I don't care what it is, just bring me flux. And the fact that this isn't a alphabetized list, here's calcite. We need limestone, I think was the one that I forgot. The fact that this is not an alphabetized list is disappointing, to say the least. Limestone, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4... and 5 down here. Okay, so there could be other flux stones. Off the top of my head, these are the ones that I have written down. So that's what we're going to use. And, what else can I request for next year? Oh, you know, anvils would be nice. Do we have the opportunity to ask for more anvils? Because we have a whole bunch of spaces that we haven't actually used in our forge, and it's because we're short on anvils. Oh, and I forgot, we need wood. Every year, just all the wood. Bring us some heavy stuff here, guys. All the heavy stuff, that's what we want. Well then, we have finalized the important agreement. Feel free to go over the documents. Yeah, so we'll pay double price for it. They want cloth in 46. Can probably do that. Although we do have a pretty significant need to get dwarves clothed here. I don't know what the bonus export bonus is for this year. And I do want to get rid of... We have one extra steel anvil? Interesting. I know I made a... One of these has an iron anvil in it, and we're going to break that workshop down. There it is. Goodbye. Because I want that anvil up here, because I want to get rid of it. You don't need iron anvils. I mean, they will work in a pinch, but you can't make steel with them, and that's really what we want. Okay, do we got our anvil here? Not yet. Here comes the caravan. They're just pulling in. Zuntergembisch, which is our fortress, Anvilseal, and the surrounding lands have been made into a barony. Great news, folks. should probably check in on our new noble. So he is happy with his... Yeah, we've got some work to do. He needs an additional chest. Okay, well, I think we know where his house is. Let's just take care of that real quick. He's on the ground floor. Or no, he's on the second floor. Here's Dabbles' house. Okay. So he needs another chest, which is in furniture. Okay, and then what else does he need? I guess we're going to take care of... this is going to be an additional tertiary goal, but take care of Baron de Tanthak's needs. So he's got a setup there. He needs a tomb, which I think we can handle that right away. If we go up here. Baron Dabbles' tomb. I don't think I've ever heard this song. Okay, so you have a tomb now. Probably not good enough. And he needs a dining room as well. Waiting one item. Go down here. I want to get rid of that guy so we can do our trade here. Trader's ready to trade. Thank you, Led, for taking care of that. Hopefully there's a couple of more steel anvils that are ready to trade up there. Yeah, bye-bye Iron Anvil. Stodir is smelting right now. Looks like they brought, unless my eyes deceive me, they brought a lot of food. I don't think we actually need a lot of food, if I'm being 100% honest. I think we could recover from that quite easily if we start to run out of food. It'll be more than a year before we do. Dwarves only eat 2 meals a season, so that's 8 a year. Okay, let's get Stodir down here. This is Stodir's first whack at a trade as well. So we'll see how he does. He's storing an item in a stockpile, and then he should be ready to go here. Oh no, I guess he's going to eat first. As soon as we're done with this trade, we'll check in with the dwarves because they're still going to need some time to work, and then we'll probably have some additional floor to lay and some preparations for the bazaar. The bazaar? I say bazaar, I don't know. It's probably the wrong way to say it. Here he comes. Here we go. Okie doke. So I don't think we need meat. We've actually had to throw quite a bit of meat away recently. So that'll be lower on my list. Same with plants, leaves, and fruit. Oh man, they really loaded us up. Are you serious? Oh, that's incredibly disappointing. We literally just have food. Seriously? We'll take the fish, I guess? Oh man, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing. Alright, well. I guess we'll take all of it. We'll spin up the kitchens once again, but that's going to mean That's going to be a lot. I guess we'll throw some gems in there. Boy, I thought we were going to have a lot more of a... Why is this not... Okay. I was going to say... We're only taking 4,000. And we got rid of our iron anvil, just making sure. Yes? That's on the trading block. Okay. So 13,300 going out, about 4,000 going in, and the trader, yeah, Stodir, he's not very good at negotiating, but that's okay. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Let's see. We need to spin up some cooking job again. That's not how you spell prepare. Let's prepare some lavish meals. Sure, that's fine. And let's do it. All right, thank you, Stodir. I can't help but feel we got a little bit gypped, but such that it is, boys. Start dropping in some floor up here. And we do need to make an office for our noble, our baron. And he needs a dining hall as well. I don't know where I want to put that. Let's think about this for a minute. Just making sure we're not cutting into lava there. It's good to be sure. Got plenty of floor going in. We'll do some walls after this. Heck, we'll do the walls now. Plenty of rhyolite. It's going to be a lot of work there. Yeah, okay, so they're grabbing different stuff. And if you overload the dwarves, again, this is what I found with this game, is that if you overload them, you give them too many different things that they all have to do at the same time, dwarves start getting stressed. They start not being able to handle everything that they're trying to do. And the fortress just, it feels like it slows down, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what we're seeing a little bit of here. I'm trying to get ahead of it. I'm trying to avoid it. We shall see. Another yak calf. Okay. We cannot catch a break. Guys, this is unbelievable right here. That's horrible. Such horrible odds. Terrible odds. Just terrible odds. Some rhyolite floor out there. And it might look like I'm stalling for time here. It is true. I'm stalling for time a little bit. Mandating some construction of certain goods. What are those goods, pray tell? Where do I find your demands, dude? I don't know what his demands are. I've forgotten how to find them. I don't know how to find his demands. That's interesting. Apparently we need to carve out an additional tomb for him as well, because this isn't quite going to be enough. To be fair, it is a little bit of a pauper's tomb. Or a peasant's tomb. Oh yeah, we could give him some... Give him some items here to play with. I don't know where to find his demands, and this is going to bother me. It should be in this area, you would think. Office and a dining room. Okay, well, let's work on that. He thinks that the office and the dining room for the Baron should be in a prominent place, at least in this fort. So that is what we are going to do. And we're going to put it right off of the side here. I've got 729 silver bars. And this feels like the right opportunity to use some of that silver. And I gotta put that other, put the setting on that allows me to keep going. Keep building after placement. Oh, that looks so cool. Let's go silver bars. I don't know why it jumps away for like that. That's really annoying. Actually, let's cancel this one. We should have some stairs here. Whoops. Oh, that won't work. Maybe it will, though. Actually, yeah, maybe it will. Let's channel these out. You guys really need to get on this. Don't hate me. We'll cancel that. And let's see. We need to delete these. That would be priority 2, though. Okay, someone's working on that. Once these blocks are done here, we'll get rid of this and we'll seal it off. Perfect. We don't need to make that out of silver. Something that is relatively worthless is fine. We'll make the wall out of silver, though, for sure. I had forgotten that this is under that hoist, or under the mechanical power deal. So I was thinking of making this the office and then making the dining room upstairs, but I think we'll switch it around. We'll switch it up. This will be the dining room, and his office will be upstairs. And then we're going to put wall all the way along here. Yep. And this is going to be, we're going with the theme of silver. This can be rhyolite. And that can be rhyolite as well. Once I find it again. Oh, you know what? I just about forgot about this. Make a couple of gold tables. We'll need one for the office, one for the dining. So I think we'll do... Yeah, we'll do two, and then two gold chair? Throne? That's what I want. There we go. And then we need a piece of furniture here. No, I want a silver door, so I want to make a silver door. Make silver door. I only want one of them. It's still a matter of his tomb. Cover that off. Guess it has to be silver, doesn't it? I don't think I've actually ever done a room with this much luxury in it for a single dwarf. And we have a mood as well. Strange mood. He withdraws from society. We'll keep an eye on him. Autumn Evostodok? Sorry. Moody Dwarf is gathering items, so far so good. We're ready to put that last little wall piece in. It's actually a relatively economic This is going to be a small office. I think it'll be all right though. With the silver walls, it should be fine. If I had had a little bit more forethought, what I probably should have done is looked at what Seabrook prefers, and then and only then. Stoneworker workshop, still gathering items. I'd be surprised if he doesn't or isn't able to gather items. That would be very surprising to me. Great. That's almost done. So this is going to be an office here. Baron Dabbles. Office. For whatever you need, good sir. And he loves it. Oh, he calls it a throne room. It's just an... they changed the name of it, but it's still the same thing. Okay. And then we're going to do this guy here, and this is going to be a dining hall. Come on. Dining hall. I'm not going to have enough room. So is those doors done? Not yet. Gold tables are done. We'll put that probably right up here. Constructions. Nope, it's furniture. We need a table. That seems blocked at this location. What? Why? Oh. Excuse me. I can't believe I didn't designate that. Okay. There's not any floor up here. Sorry. Sorry, Dabbles. I don't know how I would expect the dwarves to... Okay, Moody Dwarf can't find the needed item. We should probably take a look at this. Rough gems of a quarry, of a forest, of cut gems. Okay. What do you have? Stone. I think quarry means stone. Forest is the logs. A cut gem here. Stacked cloth. I think that's it. So we just need some rough gems. We cut too many gems. All right. Let's see if we can find sphalerite. I'm looking for gems in the walls. So that'll be the easiest way to get the gems that our Moody Dwarf needs. Because we cut all of them. There we go. Morions. Yeah, that's what I want to do. This is like priority 1 now, guys. Cut this little area out. Actually, I can't do it that way, can I? Otherwise I won't be able to dig without doing any kind of crazy collapse work later on and murdering a dwarf. There's a rose quartz cluster as well. Come on, hop to it, dwarves. We got a life to save here. Okay, gathering items. Great. Oh, there's plenty of them. Okay, so she is off and away and begun a mysterious construction. Okay. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's cool. So you got to have some rough gems as well. So maybe, here's what we're going to do. We've got a cut gems thing, and we've got a condition on it which is greater than 0. I'm going to make it greater than 4, which is going to mean that we have to have 5 rough gems on hand at all times, right? We're just not going to cut some. Yellow barrel. Ooh. Well, you can't just stop there, guys. Let's get the rest of that barrel. And then make this like 5th priority, I suppose. Back up here. Oh dear. You've really done it to yourself. Oh, there's 2 of you up here. Of course there is. Merchants are leaving. Ta-ta. Oh, this is gnarly. We stranded 2 dwarves in the Baron's office. I don't know why they're not taking the stairs. Oh, come on, guys. Really? Okay, he took the stairs. All right, I'm not as worried about that now. We did forget this floor out here. We don't want to see the door beneath. Okay, now everybody's ready to go. Now, Dabbles has an office. Now we can start placing furniture in the office. And Autumn, the Fisher Dwarf, has created Nizgak Akum, a phyllite earring, and she offers it to the mighty Anvils. Well, thank you, Autumn. Let's take a look and find out what that's all about. Let's take care of this stuff first, though. How are we looking? Okay, so it's just the tomb. 2 puzzle boxes. Okay. I found it accidentally. These are the demands. 2 puzzle boxes. So let's go ahead and do that. Make a rock toy. We only want 2. Make them out of something... Granite? Sir, perhaps? Yeah, granite. How do I make... Is that the right way to do that? That seems iffy. No matter. Let's take care of this, and then we'll take care of... Whoops. Nizgak Akum, the Frost of Catches. It's a phyllite earring. All Craftsdorf Schiff is the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular phyllite cabochons and encircled with bands of alpaca wool. This object menaces with rose quartz spikes, and on the item, in the image of a door in bloodthorn, on the item is an image of dwarves in yellow zircon. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Anvilseal by the mighty anvils of the tapered irons in early spring 41. That is fantastic. Very nice. Relates to our founding. It seems like this should just go right here. Might have to go look at it again. Earrings. More earrings. Okay, yes. To be able to tell that story, you've got to have quite a bit of space, or those earrings are gigantic. Nizgak Akum. Perfect. We get a silver door yet? We do. Lovely. Okay. Gotta figure out how to make puzzle boxes. Do I just have to have them make toys? Okay, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make toys. Hopefully we get a couple of puzzle boxes out of that. There's the earrings. We made three different pairs of earrings. That's kind of neat. I didn't realize that Seabrick liked toys so much. All right, so we still have a little bit of work to do up here in Rhyolite. Let's get to that. We'll just go along the back here. And I think, yeah, we've got some work to do in the tombs here as well. But let's start putting walls along here. And again, this is going to be our bazaar. Stone crafter, yes, of course. Let's keep building some walls along here. I think I misclicked, but that's okay. We can make it work. Cool. There's a certain allure to just kind of watching as things come together, as these little imaginary creatures that are represented by flashing light. There's an allure to it. It's pretty neat. Watching them build something. Oh no. Really? Is this one that we have? Is this this one-humped camel? Okay, so you're just having... Oh. I don't know how that happened. But sure, okay. It's hilarious, to say the least. That's going to use up all of our rhyolite pretty much. Oh no, it won't. Who am I kidding? And we do have the opportunity to put something on the second floor of this. I haven't decided what. Still need to get Seabrick his tomb here. Seems like it should come out to about here, maybe. The dwarves are hard at work. Very hard at work. Our noble is happy. Seabrick Dabbles is happy. Baron Dabbles. That's important. Let's check in on that. How many toys have we made? 6 granite toys. Oops. And we haven't done any puzzle boxes. Oh, this fortress is just going to be strewn with toys. I suppose it could be worse, but goodness. Can I throw a door on here? Not yet. Okay. This will be Seabrick's tomb right here. And we're just going to stack the... our tomb area is going to be right here north of the dining hall, so we can venerate our dead. They can be near us while we celebrate. At least that's the idea. We'll let them get a little bit further on this floor before we set all of this up. Okay, this is done-ish. Oh, I forgot. Let's just engrave this. What do y'all think? I think that's a good idea. Let's just stack more work on top of a whole bunch of already very busy dwarves. How bad could it get? And I think, just as another... We'll knock that one out. We'll knock that wall out. Something above the bazaar. This will be our bazaar. And something above this will probably be drink stock or something like that. Throw a couple of floor tiles out there. Once that gets out there, then we should be able to cover off this doorway here. Oh, no access. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. This is looking good over here. One more there. Maybe, yeah, just go back that way. Yeah, that'll work. And can we make a silver coffin? Not if you don't spell it right. What is it called if I make it out of silver? Oh, there's like a gajillion things made out of silver. That's not going to work, is it? I'm not going to be able to find it. All right. Let's go down to the metalworking stations. Furniture, silver. Can I make it? Door, crutch, chest, cabinet, blocks, bin. Can't. Oh, there's some more. Sarcophagus. Okay. So we'll run that through the manager. Silver sarcophagus. Only want one. So the tertiary goal has become the primary goal of this episode. Unfortunately. We've got a little bit of work done on some of the other stuff, but not much. I wanted to be able to create some additional houses, but it's looking like that's not going to happen. And I think we need another door as well. We'll do one. Granite toys. Check in on our... We made 1 out of 2. Seabrook, if you ask for more puzzle boxes, I'm going to tell you right now, we are putting the puzzle box stockpile in your office or in your house. Okay, so you can't engrave. Cool. Oh, I had smoothing on, sorry. Oh, hey, look at that, you can. Alright, well, we're doing some smoothing, or some engraving. The bazaar is going to be pretty darn cool, I think. I've never done a project like that where just as you're building out stocks for dwarves, they're going to go to a central place and the dwarves will grab them, hopefully. That's the idea. Anyways. Having some problems with milking. I don't know what's going on there. No silver door yet. Nope. So you're going to be upgraded soon there, Sir Seabrook. Super cool. I didn't realize that you could engrave underneath tables and whatnot. That's kind of nice. Guess we could throw a door in this. I don't know what this will end up being. We'll find out. I'm going to let it kind of evolve naturally. Just to kind of see what the dwarves end up needing it for. We get this stuff all walled off here. Seems like maybe we should start throwing some more floor down here. Oh, that's actually really useful. I know I did it accidentally at first, or accidentally the other time. And now it seems like that's no, I can't put it under stockpile. So all this stuff is going to have to move. But maybe it goes right here. Maybe those stocks go right here. Seems like that's a decent idea. Detailed silver wall. Love it. Down here I remember us having access to another steel anvil that was just laying around. I don't know why I did. Oh, you know what? Maybe the reason that I didn't do it was because stockpile is getting a lot smaller. I don't know. Maybe, am I wrong? No, not really. It's still pretty massive. Oops. Okay. Here's a magma forge for you guys, a steel anvil and orthoclase. That'll do. And as this stuff continues to get built out, I think maybe I don't want the dining hall and whatnot to be worse for the Baron. What does our silver stock look like? How about our gold? 154. We don't have any platinum. We have 500 copper bars. We could make some stuff out of that. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a good idea. So let's kick off making this dining hall. Make some copper tables. And I think, let's see, so 3 sets of 4 is going to be 12. Let's just make 15. And then we're going to make some copper chairs as well. And this will be our main dining hall. This will be what the dwarves are going to end up using for this area. We'll keep the Alunite around. Maybe that'll be the kids' table. You know? Select the material. Still. No, I've got him doing all of this. Got him doing all of this etching. The etching work. Oh dear. And we've got some problems in here. More rotten stuff. We bought all of that food. And it's starting to rot. Well, one thing is. Dear God. Get rid of the rotten stuff, guys. Yeah. We're going to have to give these dwarves a little bit of a break. And by break, I mean no new orders, so that they can catch up on the work that they need to do. Because all we could trade for in the past, in that last caravan, was food. That was the only thing that we could trade for. So we're wrapping up our 4th year in the fortress, and the only thing that we can do is... That was actually really disappointing, if I'm being honest. Dude, did we get rid of the rotten stuff? No. I get it. Like, we've got to cook this stuff, but... Ban on certain exports. Okay, what can we not export? Export beds. No beds, guys. You can't get rid of any beds. Well, that's good because I hadn't planned on getting rid of any of the beds. Just not something that had even crossed my mind. He's managing work orders. Good job, Asub. Blissful is sleeping in a fantastic bedroom. Awesome. Creature. Milk animal 4. Okay, you know what? That's the reason why. Let's check in our livestock, and we have 1 cow and 1 cow. These guys you can't milk, and I don't know what I'm going to do with these. We're going to have to eat them, but we don't have... I was hoping to get more milk. Let's reduce this milk animal job down to 2. Then we won't see that job cancellation. Muriel, try this one more time. Okay. I keep saying, hey, we're gonna let the dwarves catch up. We're gonna let them catch up. I promise we are. We definitely are. It's like an addiction, though. Like, oh, hey, well, we could build this out, right? Oh, we could add blocks here, or we could do this here. And, you know, as I'm talking, let's do this right here. that landing area just a little bit bigger. It looks really nice. It's all done up. Goes up to the windmills, right? It's been a while since we've been up here looking at the windmills. And we do have some... Oh. You know, I'm just noticing these bronze bolts. We should probably go out and get these, but they're forbidden right now, so that means that the dwarves are not paying any attention to them. Skulls, corpses, bones, shells, skins, hair and wool, other objects. Let's forbid used ammunition during sieges. And then let's unforbid this stuff. Our hunter was up here a while ago and was just firing wildly at some camels, I think is how those guys got up there. Let's check the rest of the map real briefly. The honeybee, hello. Oh, here's a bunch of them. Another one. That seems good for now. Oh no, more. Rotten pig cheese. Ugh. I hate having this stuff go to waste. We have too many people working on other things. And a yak has gotten out. Yeah, we're not pasturing those guys. We have entirely too many bulls, though. Why are you... Okay, you're bored, apparently. There you go, Seabrick. Yeah, someone's pasturing it back up. You know what? The thought occurs. I might want to make this, or we might want to make this a... I think we're done with the food. Oh, they're... Sorry. We might want to make this our cloth processing area. Not the processing of plants, but like our spinners and our dyers and everything else goes up here. And that way they can just take their finished goods, drop them in the bazaar, and dwarves can go in and retrieve the items of clothing that they wish to have. That would be actually pretty cool. So this might get slated for being a textiles industry. How's that? We'll set that up. Really waiting for this door. There we go. And hopefully the coffin is done. Silver sarcophagi. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. Doesn't look very well finished to me. Here's your tomb. Here's your tomb, Datantharek, I think his name is. Oh, I can't find him now. has a grave. Baron Dabbles. And then we can drop down here, and we can unassign him this tomb. Well, I didn't want to... Well, that's not what I meant to do, but such that it is. It's an unnamed tomb for a dwarf. And that... Really? Like, it's all... What the heck am I missing here? Alright. Dabbles, what is it that you like? Ilmenite, bismuth bronze, black opal, ibex tooth, the plum color, battle axes, beds, puzzle boxes, llama for their jutting teeth, and chipmunks for their stripes. Hey man, chipmunks have jutting teeth too, not just stripes. The words of the numbers of tweeting, the sounds of bells of amethyst, when possible, elk, bird, and dwarven beer, and he detests fire snakes. Well, we do live near lava, so you might want to take that into consideration. Not a lot to go on there. We'll take a look and see how this turns out, though, how he ends up getting on with this tomb. I can keep jumping around here. Looks like there's a child. English. Oh. He's hauling furniture for his father's tomb as the Baron. In fact, he's hauling the sarcophagus right now. You gotta be kidding me. What do I need to put in there, man? Reg. Ah. Poor kid. His mother was Cog, the huntress who passed in the Great Camel Battle. Poor kid. Tough kid, I'm sure. So this is not sufficient? This is not sufficient for your liking? Did we give the right tomb to the right Baron? Baron Dabbles tomb. As a child. Vabok, this is the one that really traumatized the dwarves when she passed. Alright, well, we got to figure out what else to put in here to make it higher value. So we're going to take some furniture. I think we have some pedestals still. Display. Put 2 more things in there. He likes battle axes. We have a copper battle axe. Let's make some decorative gold battle axes. Forge. Axe. Battle axe. How do I make an axe? Let's find out. Weapons. You can't make weapons out of gold. Iron, silver, copper, bronze, steel, adamantine, pockmarked metal. Interesting. Yeah, we'll do silver battle axes. Okay, we'll do 2 silver battle axes. That should be good for now. And then hopefully that pushes his tomb up to the He's got, this is a burial chamber, and he needs a tomb. So where I can see the value on this? No. It's unfortunate. All right, let's check. Is there more rotten stuff in here? There is. Ugh. This just makes me sick. This is what happens when you don't give the dwarves time to do the work that they need to do. And I always inevitably end up doing this in at least one part of the fort. So I guess we'll dump all that stuff in the lava and hope for the best. You know what we could do? We're going to delete this. This is a 5x7 stockpile. Let's just delete it. And we're going to put that stockpile up here. Actually, let's do it. Do 5x8. We'll throw a little bit more in here. Excuse me. This is going to trigger a whole bunch of hauling jobs for these guys here. It's all right. Eventually we'll have to take our foot off the gas. At least I think that's probably what the dwarves are counting on. Oh no. I didn't assign anything. Oh dear. Sorry guys. Just put it up here. Put it up here. They grabbed all the booze and they moved it downstairs. Athel is having some... What are you eating? Pond grabber spleen. Sounds delicious. Doesn't even sound delicious in the slightest. Really? You're not going to move any of that stuff? Okay, one. Granite pot. Yeah, okay. It looks empty to me. I think all of the orders got generated before, though, unfortunately. Before I designated it, so... Darn. Now we pulled everything out here. Good. Well, we have got the kitchen complex pretty much set up. And it's still not... I wouldn't say that this is finished, per se. But it's definitely in a better place than what it was. We need to make some quantum stockpiles for it, probably, so that we can just keep stacking meals and whatnot there. I'd like to do the same with our drink stocks. But we're not quite there yet. So we've got our kitchens set up. We've got our bazaar. And the main hall is starting to come together. I mean, we've got a lot of work here to do, and then we've got to figure out something to do with this section of the fortress right here. Like, how is this all going to get used? I've got some ideas for it. Elath and Asab have been talking about it, obviously, and we'll figure it out at some point. Good grief. Oh, man. This is just making me sick. Oh, come on. We got to fix this for next time. We absolutely have to fix this for next time. We're just throwing food into the lava. That's extremely unfortunate. We didn't get done with any additional homes, unfortunately. But we do have some mining that's been taking place up here. Probably designate a little bit more mining. If I'm being 100% honest here, just to kind of round this out, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make it an even 8 going back there, and then we'll drop this down so we can build some more apartments to the northern side of this. But yeah, I think we're going to put a bow on this one, and we'll go ahead and say that that's all the time that we have for this episode. Things are looking good. They're moving around a little bit. And our Baron has been taken care of, I think. Almost taken care of. We might just take this out and do some additional stuff there. Can I put the battle axes in? There's some toy axes. We have our silvers. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that'll push us over the edge. Otherwise, we'll just increase the size of this thing ever so slightly. But yeah, that's all for us today. Thanks for joining me for another session and watching along. Leave a comment if you have some suggestions or ideas for the fortress. And as you go on about your day, don't forget to hit someone with some kindness. We'll see you next time.